My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to the definition of insanity. Let's go again with a disciple. Look, I will succeed. Eventually, accidentally, probably. Don't want to go for this because if I get it and then it gives me something way too impactful. Oh, I'll take it. Scarlet Blood. Every time you gain strength, gain twice that many knives. Certain red cards can now be obtained. Yeah, I basically just, I can't take the nostalgia option unless I remove most character mods from the game. And I think Replay the Spire as well, because those are all Replay the Spire interoperability starter relics, but they're not the starter relic of any individual character. Like, obtain a starter relic works fine as an option for completely different, or for a completely different configuration of mods. It just doesn't work here. Alright, well, we might get a free elite to start with. Would always be appreciated. Warding filter. Add 3 wards to your hand. Okay. Let's take a bite command for some damage. Connect charger whenever you play a card that costs at least 3 energy. Gain 1 energy. Neat. Okay, have these been changed since? Right-click during combat to activate. Restart the battle and all enemies gain 2 strength. Take no damage this combat and reduce the max HP to 10. Can only be used in... Can only be used 2 times. Cannot be used in boss combats. Gain 6 strength. You may no longer use skills this combat. Can only be used on turn 1. Deal 15 damage to all enemies. Apply 99 vulnerable to yourself. Can only be used once per combat and 8 times overall. You know what? We'll take that and just use it as a finisher. Oh, lame. I'm going to take tempo. I want to hit a sleeping Lagavulin with that tempo. I'll take an execoding here. Sleeping Lagavulin. Tempo? Tempo! Great. So I get Grave. Put target enemy to sleep for 1 turn. It upgrades to put them to sleep for 2 turns. Oh, yes. And it doesn't exhaust as well. That's something I didn't mention that is entirely relevant to this discussion at this point. It doesn't exhaust. It's wild as hell. Giant delayed attack queued up, rather. Put you back to sleep. So delayed attacks as well as putting the enemy to sleep. That, oh, dare I say, that's a build. I'm down with that. Save the aggression for the next turn. I can pattern shift them past debuffing me. Being able to keep 1 strength and 1 dex here is probably worth the incoming damage. Set up Grave as well as... Oh, now I just need a wake-up call. This whole deck is sorted as soon as I get that 1 wake-up call. Let's sleep you and bite you. Hell yes. Actually, I'll stab you and then sleep you again. Get another whole turn out of this. Oh, yes. This is so good. I guess I actually do end up taking damage this turn, right? No, I'll draw. Get the kill now. Regal Pillow, whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP, as well as the Emerald Key. And do I take Orichalcum? If you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Works with other Orichalcums. No. We don't want to thicken up this deck, basically, at all. Let's upgrade Grave. Sorry, Grave. Almost said it correctly. Well, I'll take the Cursed Key. Upon pickup, gain 150 gold and a random curse, because I have to get 3 curses. Then immediately remove the pain. Do I want to upgrade 2 of my attacks with the Whetstone? Not really. Might is interesting. For X turns, your attacks deal 25% more damage. I mean, if I have the enemy asleep for 2 turns, then I can play like a full value Might. It's probably still not worth it, though. Fossilized Helix. Prevent the first time you lose HP each combat. Incredible. I'll take the Bite Command upgrade as well. So I'll probably use the Death Potion. Yep, right now. Kills the enemy. I take no damage. And Gremlin Nob gives me the Chasha Blot. Upon pickup, remove a card from your deck and choose one of 25 upgraded cards to add to your deck. This is so important. If we hit the Wake Up formula, we... Oh, good lord. Wake Up Call, there it is! Deal 60 damage to a targeted enemy if they are sleeping or stunned. Yeah, we're just taking that. Oh, yes! Another tempo. What are the odds? I mean, 50-50. No, it's not 50-50 because of all of the other mods. Okay, I'll take tempo, but I want that to be a Lagavulin, and it's not actually a high chance because of how many mods I have adding extra enemies to the first floor. We'll lose that strike. Ralentando, don't care about. Allegro, rather, don't care about. I'm gonna have to debuff an enemy twice, right? Yeah, because that'll get debuffed. Unfortunately. Okay. So that Wake Up Call is lined up for that midliner now. Let's go for the Filter Ward here and then just play out each of them for a little bit of defense. I'm gonna have to try and put you to sleep twice before I can actually do anything is the problem here. Yeah, enemies with Artifact are huge problems for this. Fine, I'll just use a Wake Up Call to kill the frontliner here. Which just means I've horribly misplayed a bunch of other turns. At the very least, we get Bite Command before the absolute bottom of our new deck. That means next Bite Command is not too far away. On. Alright, well, at least we get to kill one of them here. I want to see how those stack. Yep, so if the enemy gets put to sleep, 120 damage to you. Should have kept the other card there, Execoding. Alright, let's find Grave as soon as possible. On 1 and 3 to have it in the next hand. Nope. Yeah, it looks like it would have triggered them each in turn. If your hand is full when drawing a card, draw an extra card next turn instead, as well as... we take Economics here. This turn, your next discounted card is duplicated into your hand and costs 0. If I could retain Grave more often, then economics would be incredible. And cost 0 this combat. Okay, I'm doing it. Transformer card we'll go with here. Probably a strike. We get stagnate. It is put an enemy to sleep. Suffer 3 drawdown. Decreases your card draw temporarily. Okay. That only costing 2. Fine? Is it fine? It's our boss this floor. They do a giant debuff on turn 3. I could probably get something good out of that for tempo. Let's upgrade economics here. Yep. Second hand holds Grave. Could get Lento here. It's just 16 block. Yeah, we do want singular large block cards. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to get with tempo. Hold on to Grave. So if I wake up call, bite command, then put you to sleep. Yeah, you're immediately awake again because you take the damage from the wake up call. I just wanted to know. I wanted to know how that would work. Oh, so that does count as an attack. Okay. Even if it doesn't damage the enemy. So I just want to line up like wake-ups and then put you to sleep. Take 60 damage twice there immediately. Oh, hell yes. This is so good. I'll put you to sleep for 2 turns, and then I'll just murder you next turn. No, it took damage to the enemy. I'm not going to perfect. I could have just blocked there. I would have been fine. Add 3 quests to your quest log. I don't think I take any of these. None of them put the enemy to sleep, and we can already do that. 48 damage to all enemies 3 turns from now. I mean, I guess that makes a bit of sense. It's just a delayed attack, and we set up a bunch of delayed attacks in order to deal a bunch of damage while the enemy's asleep. Yeah, we take it. Cursed D8. Gain energy at the start of your turn. Shuffle an echo of a random curse into your draw pile at the end of your turn. And you draw an extra card. Heavy Snack. Add 2 random curses to the bottom of your deck. Draw pile at the start of every combat, sorry. And every time you smith a card, upgrade 3 more random cards. We shuffle through our deck too commonly to play Heavy Snack. We'll take the Cursed D8 here, actually. Could be interesting. Let's go to the city. Okay, there's no path for taking on 3 elites here. Well, don't really have too many great options as to what I should do here. This turn, your next discounted card is duplicated into your hand and costs 0 this turn. So it is your next discounted card that you play. The next discounted card that you play, I think, is what's going on here. Just instantly murder that target. Did that do anything awfully negative? Sloth didn't autoplay there. Wild. Greed didn't autoplay either. What happened? Which curse forced all that to happen? Restless Dead. Add 3 random curses to your discard pile. Okay. If those got played, I would have been really mad because Greed would have been added to the deck. Sloth would have been added. Sloth wouldn't have been added to the deck, but I would have Very little max HP, which would be a problem. Sleep the enemy for a while. Come on. Enemy's no longer sleeping. Yeah, we're not actually going to kill the enemy anymore. Just gonna teleport you to be away. Oh, lame. I'll take those, thank you. Prussian blue paint. Paint, rather. You can now smith curses. Smithing a curse removes it from your deck and upgrades a random card in your deck. I do like that. Every time we play power, gain shielding equal to 3 times its cost. Okay, that used to be block. We have no powers in the deck, though. I'll take the Prussian blue paint. Yeah, give me curses. Curse me up. Got one of them down. I don't need to upgrade Stagnate, right? Because of the kinetic charger. I keep forgetting about that. But I don't need to upgrade that Stagnate. I didn't want to play another card and have the enemy decide to change to an intent that would have been much worse for us. Must play Lento. Yeah, I was planning on playing that anyway. Now, I can't see their intents this turn because of blindness. Sweet. Nothing needed. Do I take blue shift? It'll always be a trigger for economics, and then it'll be a 0 costs 14 block in my deck. I'll take it. Ooh. Put you to sleep for 3 turns, and then 2 more turns. Sleep it off. Get another blue shift, and now that blue shift always costs 0. Bite command! Damn it. Bite command got me, and I'm really mad about it. I'm about to lose my block to pain if I play anything here. I saved 22 HP by not losing my block to pain. Okay, at the end of your turn, lose 3 block. That's fine. 22. Okay. Manually block this turn. And even this turn, keep another defend. Thank you, Blue Shift, for guaranteeing that I pretty much always have relevant defense. Should be completely covered now. Gotta get it done. Whew. Don't want another blue shift, though. Okay. Rage command. Wake up and bite. So I'll take the 12 damage this turn. I'm just looking for Grave for an insta-kill on the frontliner. Found it. Then I'll full block this turn and just wait. All right, Mystic. Single giant hit there, and now I'll put you to sleep and chuck a bite command on you. This is a style of deck right here. Locked Urn. Birdface Urn plus play all powers in your hand. No, none of those are really good for us. We do probably want to consider how we get other forces in this deck as well. As in like AoE or, you know, more sustained direct damage, something like that. Well, this card is in hand. You cannot play attacks. It's fine. I actually wasn't really intending to, so much appreciated. I'm going to economics the blue shift. Rage command gives us an energy back. And then I'll, I guess, coded Vibrisa. I do need that rage command upgraded as well. Shalot every time. Sorry, you gain 3 dex and 3 metallicize at the start of each combat. You lose 1 dex and metallicize over the next 3 turns, as well as an upgraded blue shift. I will actually take that one. Let's get the Smith on rage command, because it even gives us an energy back. God, kinetic charger is actually really going off here. I'm gonna lose the gold for the money. Grave plus for special relic. No, I can't take that special relic. Special relic would have been every time you exhaust 6 cards, you gain an energy, so it's not too relevant to me. Baseball. Upon pick up a random card in your deck becomes free. Blue shift is now free. All right. Hell of a lot of block. All right. Not a bad opening to this fight. Get to defend ourselves ridiculously. Alright, I'm going to economics the Lento. Now I got a 0-cost Lento in this deck. Wild. Let's grave you. You go to sleep and wake up with a different intent. Interesting. Interesting. Waking up with a different intent. Okay, so I can use that to change their intent on the fly if I desperately want to. Block potion versus... Ooh. That's going to be really interesting in the boss fight. Alright, I'll take 1 tempo and just lug it around with me. Drop a strength potion for a block potion. Makes way more sense for us. Ritenuto. Apply 5 weak and 5 vulnerable. I'm taking that. Thank you. Of course I'm taking that. Now, the first damage dealt to them in the turn where I have Rage Command go off will be Rage Command, so I don't actually care about using it. Actually, Bite Command will go off first, then Rage Command. Oh no, but they're not going off on the same turn. Never mind, I'm still dumb. I thought for a second there that I wasn't dumb, but don't worry, I've already come to the conclusion that you're right. I am. Next discounted card. I mean, Lento is discounted here. There goes my wake up hit in the deck, by the way. Got killed by amnesia. Yeah, we're gonna deal very little damage in this combat. This is awful. This is really, really bad. We have 2 damage cards in this entire deck. Rage Command and Bite Command. And unless I can get those to sync up with one another, to both attack on the same turn, then I actually can't damage the enemy. Okay. This doesn't line up. Block for a bunch in case. So you'll take 1 damage this turn. Yeah. I think I just have to stack them so high that the enemy definitely ends up taking damage. Let's keep another Grave. Oh god. With all of these curses in the deck, it's actually getting really bad for us. I can't put the enemy to sleep for more than 1 turn here. Yeah, they get woken up by the attack this turn. And these ones aren't ethereal. They're actually just in our deck. Courtesy of the Restless Dread. I think I'm just dead in this combat. So, reduce the first damage taken to 1 each turn. I'm also just blind for the rest of the fight. Let's skill potion, see if I can find anything. Let's take economics here, I guess. I need to somehow get Rage Command discounted. Okay, I can actually hold Bite Command this turn. Great. Then line up a Bite Command against the enemy this turn, so they will take at least 31 damage to the Bite Command, right? 32. Let's retain the economics, see if I can find anything that I actually want to copy. My Grave is lower cost right now. Sure. Set up Rage Command this turn. Then in 2 turns' time, we want the Bite Command to go off. So we've got second hand to hold the Bite Command this turn. Beautiful. So I actually do get a Bite Command off here. And I even get to set up my next Rage Command. Next turn, they'll start attacking. Hit them twice, get that 31 in. So they're actually going to start attacking this turn. I need to get Echo Looming Evil out of my deck. It would have put a curse into my draw and discard piles, and that's obviously already a problem for us. Enemy's sleeping, so I can just pass this turn. Enemy's awake now, so I actually have to block. Two turns from now, I want to throw out a Rage Command. Sorry, a Bite Command, and unfortunately I haven't got second hand in the same hand as the Bite Command, so I can't hold it for this next turn. So instead, I'm basically just going to sleep you forever. No reason to use that Bite Command there. Ugh! This deck is just getting thicker and thicker and thicker. This is going to become unplayable really soon. I'm going to be really sad about it. I didn't think I was going to have to plan around a Snecko Ghost not taking any damage the first hit it takes every turn. Okay, it's in 2 turns' time that I need to use the Bite Command, so I need second and Bite Command in the same hand here. Second hand and Bite Command, beautiful, so I actually do get to hold the Bite Command here. $28 damage next turn. Well worked for there. Well worked for. Takes a whole lot of effort to line that up, but we finally got it. If I had curses permanently added to my deck yet, I haven't. Wow. I'm actually amazed by that. Okay, we'll set up our Rage Command now. Bite Command needs to go off in 2 turns' time, not right now. That sucks. Get both of those slimes out of the hand. Still gonna have no damage this cycle. Okay, so it's the next cycle we're gonna have to rely on. Keep the enemy sleeping. And then put him immediately back to sleep here. Gain myself another free turn. While this is in your hand, you cannot play attacks. Do I look like I was planning on playing attacks? Alright, I'm vulnerable this turn, so I do gotta nice clean up in terms of my block. Oh, vulnerable again this turn, and I just used most of my block. Come on, don't do me dirty. Only 20. Not that bad. Alright, keep the enemy asleep. Rage Command goes out this round. Enemy's still asleep. Back to sleep. The possibility does exist that next turn I draw Bite Command. Sweet. We did. Very, very, very important that that happens. Now I actually get some damage against the enemy. We only need to do that one more time. Oh, hell yeah. Isn't this just such fun? This is awful. This is hell. I put myself into hell. This is what my own personal hell would be like. Oh, I've lost all max energy. Great. That's going to make the rest of my life real difficult. So now I only have 1 energy this turn. Oh, hell yeah. Let's put the enemy to sleep for basically forever so that I can wait until my max energy is back. 2 max energy this turn. Blue shift just now unplayable? I don't really want to check. Didn't really want to wake up the enemy there, but okay, I guess. Play as many defensive things as I can. Let's put the enemy back to sleep immediately. Oh god, please stop hitting the enemy. It is terrifying me. I guess we actually may want to wait for Roth to just kill the enemy for us. Back to sleep. There's the bite command. Yeah, Roth might end up killing the enemy for us. There we go. Pen case. You can now use 2 campfire options as long as neither chosen option is rest. I hated that. That was real bad. I'm real mad that I had to play through the whole thing of that. Do I want the ritual dagger here? No. I already have a deck. I will just do as that deck says. All right. We should be comfy here. We gotta wait one more turn. I must play Lento. You know what? You're 100% right. I wanted to play Lento. Both of them down. Hey, ain't that lovely? Prime time. No. Exhaust 4 cards from your draw pile, self-retaining. I mean, I guess that does help us get curses out before we draw them, but they already exhaust after we draw them, so it's not too bad. I mean, I still had to do it, right? It's too much damage there to turn down. I take 7 myself for having done so, but I still stand by it. And easy lethal this turn. Show me. Ooh, pre-upgraded stagnate. We don't actually want that. Pendulum. For 5 turns. Oof. That could be significant. No, I'll put some more sleep in the deck. Literally just to be able to trigger it more commonly. Yep. Rest and upgrade a card and it hit the other stagnate. Didn't actually want that one hit. We'll take break here. Hey, I can just rest and upgrade another card. Neat. Take another bite command. Okay, so as long as neither chosen option is rest, but rest and upgrade is totally viable. Good to know. Awesome. So I'll probably break at the end of this turn. Ritamuto is actually really important because it helps me get the artifacting off of enemies so that I can put them to sleep. Cubic Rune. Whenever you draw a card, take 1 damage. Damage at the start of your turn can be prevented with the previous turn's block. Lame. Managed to full block this turn, but only just. God, we're taking all of this extra damage. I'll play the blue shift here, literally just to protect me against next turn's draw. Ow. Let's gain as much block as we can gain, I guess. Let's go. Ritenuto Grave. Much damage to the enemy. Pattern shift them to deal less damage this turn. Sure. Oh god. Must play defense? Which? Oh, that one. Neat. I'll play that one and then retain the other one. Just make sure that I have a reasonable amount of defense next turn. Kill him. Next turn. Oh, I healed the enemy. It's not going to matter. They're still dead, but did not keep that in mind. Playing enough energy worth of stuff heals that enemy, and I believe also gives them strength. Add 3 quests to your quest log, as well as... Ooh, another rage command? Sure. Beats skill book. At the start of your turn, if you have at most 2 non-attack cards in hand, gain 1 strength and heal as much HP as you have strength. If you have at most 2 non-attack cards in hand. No, we mostly have non-attack cards, so we don't take that. Scarier Mask. The weakest enemy flees at the beginning of multi-enemy fights. We don't want that either because we already have AoE in the deck. And Terracotta Horse. Gain energy at the start of your turn. Raise your Ascension level by 5. Yeah, we just want the extra energy. This might actually be our first win with the Disciple. And it is a nutty put him to sleep and wake him back up again deck. Makes no sense whatsoever, and I love it. So we get another blue ship back in hand that we can play later. Set up a pretty huge amount of damage that turn, actually. Not consummated until a while thereafter, but still pretty magnificent. Alternate timeline. Discard 2 cards. Choose 2 cards from your draw pile and place them into your hand. No. I need the ability to retain other cards more readily. That would be nice. So I've got 3 drawdowns. So I'm going to have 5 cards this turn? Oh, right. No. I have drawdown of 1 card for 3 more turns. That makes a lot more sense. Right. And we're still drawing the same amount as normal because of the Cursed D8 giving us an extra draw every turn. These enemies don't hit me at the start of the turn for the delayed attack, do they? Oh, why does it feel like they will? No, they don't. Beautiful. Cut on the inside here. Duplicate a card in the deck. Oh, obviously. Wake up call. Then wake up call again. Do I want to triplicate every card in the deck now? That's a lot of wake up calls. Yeah, I'm doing it. Perfect size deck as well. Update body text. Update body text? Update body text. Update body text. Update body text. It doesn't make sense, right? Like, why would I upgrade any of the cards at that point? There are so few cards left in the deck. Right, you go to sleep. And then take a ridiculous amount of damage this turn. Not enough to kill you, but this is. Oh, just sleep them all. Love it. I'm not doing anything with any of those. Why would I mess with any of those other things? So I'll Lento on turn 1. The incoming damage is 15, 19, 25. So Lento is actually enough for a full block. And I can set up 2 bite commands to just instantly kill a target for me next round. Okay. So I can wake up call, stagnate 2 targets here. Well, 1 target here, sorry. Let's go for the target doing the most damage this turn. And I can't change any of their intent, so there's nothing I can really do here. Just gonna take... Ow. A lot of damage this turn. Wake up call, Grave. Wake up call, Grave. And then defend myself for full. I mean, look, it could be going a lot worse. This is actually going quite well as far as things could be. Could be going a little better right now, but that's okay. Just let me get out of this fight. Let me live. I want to live. I cannot believe how difficult it is to get this enemy to die right now. Dead at the start of this turn at the very least. No? I thought Rage Command had you. Start of this turn at least? Hey, first time every time. Anchor, start each combat with 10 block as well as Tiring Slam. Exhaust a card out of any of your cards. Yeah, that just helps me negate one of the curses I'm about to draw into. I have to rest here. I need to be back on full HP. Analog is pretty good. Even if I'll barely ever get to play it. Oh, there it is. Wow. Wow. I really didn't think I would be able to find it. So up to 18, and then a bite command at the start of the next turn. Put up another wake up on you, and then I can actually grab you if I want this turn. Deal 180 damage, and the enemy's still asleep. What? How? Why? And now they're still asleep this turn. So if I set up a bunch of... This makes no sense. If I set up a bunch of wake-up hits and then put them to sleep, they sleep forever, it looks like right now? And I actually can't even wake them back up. Found another way to break the game. Hell yeah. I love me some game breaking. Slimy T-set. Whenever you go into a rest site, begin the next combat with a prepare card in your hand that costs 0. Self-retaining, deals the blocking damage. Final enemy. This floor doesn't block that much. Drop the goop for the extra draw though. Super capacitive coin. Right click during combat to activate. Consume all charges and deal 3 damage to a random enemy for each. Gains 1 charge every time you gain golds. Well, we're not going to be doing that. It's way too late to do that. I'm just waiting on a rage command. I really should have done something else there, yeah. Should have used one of the wake-up hits there. There's the rage command. Okay, so now I just wait a couple turns and they'll all die at the same time. That'll save me probably a huge amount of HP in this combat. But only the one to sleep that I want doing as little damage as possible this turn. Gotta defend for one more turn. Oh, that sucks so bad. I could insta-kill those two targets, but there's no reason to here. That would actually just increase the power of the other characters that are about to hit me. And now they all die. Black Beret. If you start, at the start of Elite Combats, if you have less than 30% max HP, gain 3 intangible as well as a haste tonic. Too late to pick up another tempo, I think. I think I should just be, like, queuing up a bunch of wake-up calls and then not waking the enemy up, ever. That's what it feels like I should be doing. Languid and draw a card isn't that bad. Regret's pretty bad. Okay, we'll exhaust the regret. I don't need to put the enemy to sleep that turn. They're not doing anything too terrifying. Almost managed to full block that turn. Come on. One more wake-up call. And now I just need to be able to put the enemy to sleep. That's all I need. Need time. Why did you... Oh, those were some other bites. Right, got it. Thank you. Woo! Can't find it for the life of me when I desperately need it. Take another copy of Analog. First time you draw a status or a curse each combat, exhaust and draw one card. Yeah, that's actually just useful for us. Just a neat option for us to have around. Does anything else here really matter to us? Not really. I'll just remove straight up defend. You might find some more important things in the final shop next floor. That is, if we go to the next floor, but I'm pretty sure we will. Okay, enemy's not attacking this turn, so that means my move's a little bad. I'm not going to bother waking up the enemy this turn. Do a bunch more damage if I wait a little. So I get to keep the enemy vulnerable and weak forever. Then I'm not going to be weak this turn. Now I want to be able to change the enemy. Wake them up, sorry. Unfortunately, don't get that option. Exhaust literally basically any curse in here. At the end of your turn, put a copy of this card into your draw pile. Take 2 damage. Switches to Vengeful Threat. No. Let's get the disease out of there. Play none of the rest of those. Leave those blue shifts to accumulate. Now is the perfect time to put the enemy... Damn it. Now would really be the perfect time to put them to sleep. There we go. Oh, just blow them up. Love it. Upon pickup, choose a card. Whenever this card is in your discard pile, shuffle it into your draw pile. We'll do that on Grave, I guess. See, now I'm actually saying it correctly. Damn it. Resonant Call mimics the effect and the cost of the last card you played. Self-retaining. Yep. Just a valuable card to have. So this is actually going to be god-awful difficult to do with wake-ups and stuff. Yeah. So I'm literally just going to wait for a rage command here. $48. Okay, so that's a little low. I was hoping for more damage. I was hoping for one of my upgraded rage commands. Draw down for a really long period of time now. Lame. Sure, I'll gain 4, retain once. Those wake-up calls are really low cost right now. I could kill 2 targets this turn just with wake-up calls. Right, never mind. They got woken back up immediately, of course. Bite command, I'll bite command. Then I'm just looking to defend as much as I possibly can this turn, which, unfortunately, ain't that much. Then all the enemies die. And finally, we got our upgraded rage command. Knew it had to happen eventually. For each card that's being played this combat, increase the damage by 1. Oof. Don't need it. I would love to not rest here, but the thing is, unless I rest, like, I can't take the ruby key unless I want to lose. I have to rest. Take none of those. Let's give ourselves haste at the very start of this combat. So for each card we play this turn, we will gain 10% more damage from blocks. Sorry, more block from blocks. Gain 11 block this turn. On your next turn, gain 2 energy and draw 2 cards. Sure. A tiring slam and burn out a curse. Like a clumsy, sure. Bite command used, so now you're already dead. You just don't know it yet. Start setting up waking up on the awakened one in the back line. I get to keep both of my blue shifts this turn. It's really important. I want to cycle you away from that attack. So the incoming damage is 32. I mean, we can full block without it. Just keep the pattern shift for a later, much worse turn. Lento is huge. I'm going to analog first, blue shift, wake up call, and then Lento. For another full block. Frontliner dies in 1 more turn. Needed to hold on to more of my blue shifts if I wanted to be safe that turn. Okay. So I can stagnate now just to murder the awakened one. Let's do that. Unfortunately, I don't get to retain any of these wake-up calls. How many more wake-up calls are there in the deck? Only 4? That's actually going to be really rough for us. Let's get another blue shift here. What did I just play first that turn? Rage Command. I was supposed to economics the blue shift. For some reason, I thought I was already playing economics. Oh. I get another pattern shift here at the very least, but this is suddenly a lot uglier. Okay, keep the enemy weak and vulnerable. Gain as much block as I can. I don't have the ability to purge negatives or anything like that. No. Just full block this turn at the very least. Economics might be able to get us something useful still. It's going to have difficulty here, though. Oh, come on. All of my energy just got used. The autoplay curse. Where is it? The autoplay curse sloth that removed all of our max HP, max energy rather, and is starting to grow it back up from 0 has guaranteed that I will die here. Still technically not dead this turn. Just had to change their intent twice. Go to Vabrisa. Oh, don't have enough energy to play any other cards. Yeah, the autoplay on that sloth immediately killed us there. Even if I had have played the earlier part of this fight better, we were immediately dead as soon as sloth was autoplayed. That's really rough. I don't think I can take the Curse T8 ever again. The fact that there are so many curses in the game that are just so paralytic, and that autoplay as well, makes Curse T8 just really, really, really difficult to take. You saw how many of those fights there had almost completely swept us on rather. Drawing an extra card per turn is really good, but instantly losing the game because you generated one of the curses in the game that is pretty harsh. Usually hubris curses tend to be those ones. Is pretty rough. So with this setup of mods, I probably wouldn't recommend using that much. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. That was our most promising run with the Disciple yet. We will win eventually. Like blood flowing forth from ourselves onto the mortar in between the bricks of the skill wall that I am trying to run directly through rather than scale. For the moment, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves and hopefully we'll see you next time.